Guys on YouTube, how are you guys today? Well, I'm doing pretty good myself today, but disclaimer we've been working on electrical work. Very dangerous here, guys. But today, we got something really fun for all you guys out there. You love all sorts of different type of tech. All sorts of gadgets we need to keep charged every single day. You see what I have on my desk here. We got a GFI outlet, we got headphones, we got phone, we got two iPods, we got 4 USB cables, we got a screwdriver, and we got 4 of these USB 5-volt outlet adapters for all these different devices. I wish it was something what we can actually do, eliminate all these tiny little bricks we use to charge all my devices with one device. It's been on the market from last year. It's actual brand new. You guys can notice. You know what these are. These are the little USB charging bricks. I call them because that's what they're designed. You guys can see USB. And it steps it from 125 volts to 5 volts to charge your equipment. Now, we know the cluster of all these USB bricks. So many of these USB bricks, and we only got so much space on the outlets and also power strips for these adapters. But today, we're going to be bringing in a brand new item and a brand new device I bought last year. And it's called the USB charger. This one single device can take care of 4 devices to charge. Only to charge these 4 devices. Let's go ahead and take it out of this little box here. And we're going to show you what this little guy really is. Now, of course, this does have instructions. I would recommend reading the instructions before you work on any type of electrical product. But you guys can see, there's all the information on top. USB charging outlet. It has 4.2 amps, and it has DC 5 volts for it to actually work. Now, this little device can actually take care of that. Now, of course, the biggest problem I have in my room is I just can't put this anywhere in my room to actually replace one of my regular typical outlets, because most of my own devices need 125 volts to actually work off of. This is a good device, really nicely designed and nicely built. You guys can notice it has 4 charging ports, USB by the way. We got the hot neutral side on that side, and we got the hot side on this side. And so we also have the earth ground on that side. Let's bring those a little closer so you guys can see. And on the back, we got a little push-in little connectors on the back. Now, these are a little bit better. These actually have a metal plate, and you can actually screw in your copper on the back by tightening the screws down. You can loop it over the screw, or you can stick it in the back. Now, what's really nice about this type of unit here, you guys can notice the actual screw is actually recessed inside on both sides of the unit. Now, you can only run 1 unit off of this, 4 units off of this, but electrical only 1, because it doesn't have that many inputs on this, for you can jump a known unit from a pigtail kind of spectacle, guys. But it does come with screws, but it does not come with a faceplate. You actually have to buy the GFI faceplate for it to actually fit, and it's considered white. Then that's what the cuddle of this little guy is. This is a very nice device. But what we're going to be doing, and I'm going to show you guys, we're going to mostly get rid of all these little bricks and swapping it with one of these little USB charging items. Now I'm going to put the USB chargers, adapters off to the side. Now, put this here, and we're going to bring this guy in. We're going to bring this into the actual shot here. And we can move stuff down if I need to. We're going to actually do that right now. Well, nothing can be in the way of doing all sorts of electrical fun. This is what I'm doing, and this is what I feel it's comfortable to actual consider me doing. Now, of course, this is mostly can be a big problem here, guys. This is actual supposed to be hardwired in to your electrical system with your wiring and your wall. But what we're going to be doing is we're not going to be doing any of that. We're not going to get down and put it inside the wall or anything. I would like to do that eventually, but of course I have to cut out a hole and fish a wire, and that's just something I prefer not to do. This is a electrical gang box. This is actual a steel metal box, by the way. We do have a very heavy gauge wire, and also a 3-grounded outlet to able to plug into all sorts of stuff. And this plugs into your outlet as well in your wall. Now, for video sake, I actually disconnected my GFI here. We're going to take off the GFI plate. This GFI plate will fit the USB charging port just fine. Now, note of the cuddles, of where the cuddles have to match on the receptacle itself, this charging USB charger. We got hot on that side, we got neutral on that side, and also we got earth ground. Now, if you're also going to have a regular outlet, you cannot tie a regular outlet off of this unit. It will not work, I don't think. I'm not an electrician here, guys. I don't know a whole lot about these new devices, but I do know a little bit about working with electrical itself. I've been doing electrical for many years now, and it's also been a very fun hobby. A very fun for me because I get to experiment with all the different electrical components I have in my room. And here you have just a standard GFI, if you guys can notice. This is typically will be in a kitchen or in a bath or wherever outside. But this typically has a input and a load. You guys can see. This is the load. This is the one with the tape on it. This is your input. This is your line. But we're not going to mess too much with the GFI today. We're going to be putting that off to the side. But do make sure your power is turned off when you do any type of electrical equipment or anything in your room. Please make sure of that. But typically what I normally would have, I would typically have my GFI for my protection. But today we took out the GFI and we're going to monkey around a little bit here with this device. Alright, now the standard wire code for electrical systems. We got the earth ground. We got the hot is black. That would be like charring black marshmallows. and neutral is your tone line. It's white like snow. Alright, guys? Alright, now, what do I do first? Me, I always hook up the ground first on any type of device I am building here. Alright? That is your number one safety. Now, with also different electrical codes, you gotta make sure you put everything in the right area and make sure it's 100% safe. Now, this is only testing purposes here, guys. We're not going to permanently attach this inside this box because I will need this box for own testing and own purposes with my GFI, alright? We start first with the ground screw. Now, you know these little plastic little tabs here? These little blue, black duties here? Those are called insulators. You will take those off. You will not use those. Okay, but for this purpose, I ain't too worried about it. We're going to keep them on for right now. And we're going to go ahead and put the crimp-on connector on the ground screw. Now, typically, you will not have a crimp-on connector on a solid copper wire, only on stranded. Alright, guys? Now, what I did with this box a couple years back is I actually grounded the box itself with the main ground, with the ground coming in from the electrical wire itself. And this does support 12 gauge and also 14 gauge wire. That is a good thing for this little device. I'll snick this little guy in here. Put this on the, doesn't matter what hole, you can put it on the top, put it on the bottom. Of course, if you're dealing with stranded copper like I am doing, make sure you kind of get it in there and make sure you actually seat it. I'm making sure this is on the hot side, and it is. Now, typically, once I am done with this whole duty, I typically will actually put electrical tape around the base of the body of the electrical outlet. Now, with this one, I'm not going to need the electrical tape because the screws are actually a lot more recessed inside. Now, what I am doing, you guys can see, I'm sticking the wire in the hole all the way in, making sure we're not getting any type of exposed copper on the outside of the plug. Now, sometimes I will actually go ahead and hold it down, and we'll tighten this up. We want a very tight connection here, guys. We do not want a loose connection. We want everything to be a solid connection. And one thing with pull tug, we pull a tug, and we're good to go. And pull a tug on the ground, and we're good to go though. And I just stuffed this all back in the box. And we go ahead and actually make sure all the screws line up with the little holes on the box itself. This is a big deal for me here, guys, because this will actually be a lot simpler and a lot more easier and a lot more fun for all you people that likes tech and like all sorts of gizmos and gazmos, and you want to keep everything charged, right? That's what this blog is all about, is charging all the different types of technology we use mostly every single day. Now, where did I get this outlet, you wonder? I got this down at my local Lowe's store. That's where I got it. Now, it does not come with a faceplate, like I said. You have to buy the extra faceplate for the system. And you can also button it all the way down, screw it all the way in. Holy. Yeah, to get you very long screws. Make sure you're not going to damage any of your wiring. Make sure the wire is out of the way when you actually put the screw down all the way in. This is fun. This is very fun for me because I get to experiment with all of the different type of tech and also all the different type of things. Now, of course, I'm not going to send shows all the way down because this is only a temporary setup right now. But that's typically me, and well, look like we're doing pretty good here, guys. I really like the idea of having this type of unit to charge my device. And now, once we have that all done, we can now get rid of these. But do not throw these away. Do actually keep these in case if you do a lot more traveling. That's one thing you want to do. Let's go ahead, and we're not going to put the faceplate on. Again, typically I would. This is typically sit down. And you gotta screw the two screws in the top, but we're not going to mess too much with that as well. First of all, what we're going to do is we're going to unravel the very long cord here, and we're going to actually plug this into my wall down below. And plugging it in for the first time here, guys, and making sure we do have power. First of all, I'm going to use my old device, my old iPod first, and we're going to test everything out and see if it actually does work. Now you can plug up to 4 devices if you want. That's what you can do with this device. Here you guys can see, it's now charging my iPod Touch. And we're going to plug into the own iPod Touch, 5th generation. We can have all the devices plugged in at once. The reason why I picked this guys up, charging my own iPod, and a couple of things. We got my cell phone. I'll plug this in. You guys can see that's charging as well. And the last device is my headphones. This was a lot of fun. It's pretty cool. I really like the way this works, and this is a awesome little device. Hey, you guys can see now I can charge all 4 devices without having to screwing around too much with these power hooks themselves. Guys, I do apologize for the very long blog, but if you're brand new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below, please like, please share, peace out, bye guys. Well, hopefully see you in the next vlog of me talking more about this system in a later future. Alright, later guys, have a good day on YouTube.